Is now the time to go all in on Tesla stock? That's what we're going to be discussing today. And if you don't know me already, my name's Connor and this channel is all about Tesla, the stock, the car, and everything that you need to know. So if you are interested in that sort of stuff, smash up the subscribe button. And I don't really have many subscribers right now, so you are one of the first people to ever watch this channel. I do have another channel for crypto that has over 140,000 subscribers. So I've been in the space of YouTube for a while, and I have been an investor in Tesla for many, many years. So hopefully you guys enjoy this sort of thing. So first of all, I found this article here on the Motley Fool. Is now the time to go all in on Tesla. And we're going to discuss exactly what this has to say. And I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions around this. Remember, nothing in the video is, of course, financial advice. And now, right now, Tesla stock has never been this inexpensive. So if you have been considering investing into Tesla stock, now could be your opportunity if you have been waiting patiently or you've been simply dollar cost averaging over time. Right now, it has never been this inexpensive to buy Tesla stock, but there are some good reasons for that to happen. So the sell-off recently was largely due to Tesla's disappointing delivery numbers for Q4 2022. Now, I must caveat that with disappointing delivery numbers. Remember that. We'll talk about what they were and why I don't think this is necessarily as bad as what people are making out. And basically, Tesla achieved record deliveries of 1.314 million vehicles in 2022, including 405,000 deliveries in Q4 alone. And the reason why people thought this was disappointing delivery numbers is because people were expecting Q4 delivery figures in the range of 415,000 to 420,000. So they missed that by around 10,000 deliveries. Out of 405,000 deliveries, they missed by about 10,000. And this is what made the stock drop. Now, if you didn't know, people were expecting year-over-year growth of around 50% every single year. And of course, this has started to slow down. And that is one of the reasons why people who are invested in Tesla have got a little bit scared, right? And I think this is just a little bit ridiculous. Now, the story of me investing in Tesla, really, I started back at the start of the pandemic. I started to invest. I invested a significant amount of money and I made a significant amount of money. I sold on the way up. I sold my entire position of Tesla because I looked at it and I genuinely thought it was overvalued. Now, the prices that we're getting to right now, I think are starting to get much more appetizing for me. And I did restart my position in Tesla at around 110 because I do think that the price is coming down to regions that I am comfortable reinvesting in. Now, when we were way up there, I didn't think that it was a good idea to be investing at all, right? I didn't think that it was a nice place to be investing up here at $400, here at $200. I didn't think that this was a good place because I thought that it was overvalued at the time for what they were producing. Now, I understand all of the outlook of Tesla, all of the things, and we're going to discuss that a little bit more later in this video, but I thought it was overvalued. And now we're coming down to PE ratios that I think are a little bit more in tune with what this price should be. And looking at forward PE ratios, this is the lowest it has ever been for Tesla. So that's pretty good for Tesla. And if we do check out the charts here, we can see that we are playing with this level right now. 113 here was a level of resistance and support coming in way back here in 2020, September 2020. So I would actually really like us to come down a little bit lower. I've started my position very small. I'm going to be nibbling at this. The lower we go, the heavier I'm going to go in. That's how the same way I've been investing into Bitcoin and other investments during this recessionary period, starting off slowly. And as we go lower, getting a little bit heavier going down. And this has paid off very well so far. And it's helped me to catch a lot of the lower prices and then manage to secure some profits as we do have those bounces. But here we have Tesla heading downwards, right? And what would be lovely, you see here, $92 is a very strong level of initial resistance and then support. So it's possible for us to come down there. And again, down here, big resistance, and then a retest hitting back into support there and heading upwards. So 63 really is an option for me in my head, potentially wicking even lower than that when people get really scared, if the market gets really scared again. We don't know if the markets are going to get really scared again, but these are the levels that I'm watching very closely here, and I will be buying on the way down here. And these levels down here around 70 would put Tesla's PE ratio at similar to Apple and things like that. And that's where I think it should sit right now. And then of course, if we do go into a better bullish environment, things can get good. If the Fed turns, that sort of stuff, we could get some good stuff coming out of that. And I think there is a lot of potential for profit for Tesla because there is so much opportunity here. So as we know, the core is the production and sale of electric vehicles to consumers, but there is still room for that to grow in its own right. And the bigger growth story, according to Motley Fool, and something that I do tend to agree with, is arguably the company's penetration into the trucking industry, as well as its proprietary autonomous driving technology. So a lot of people are excited about this, the autonomous driving technology. Of course, I am too. I've recently been driving a Tesla and it's been absolutely great. But I think that the trucking industry is also going to be huge, and a lot of people are also overlooking that. Currently, no company has achieved the milestones that Tesla has with its electric semi-truck. In November of last year, the semi-truck achieved 500 miles of range with a full load. By comparison, Volvo's electric truck range just over 235 miles, which is lower than half what Tesla has already achieved. And this semi-truck industry could one day end up being more profitable for Tesla than its consumers' cars, which is huge, right? And then on top of that, they have the autonomous driving, the robo-taxi network that everyone's looking forward to. So there's a lot of things going on here. And right now, as we speak, Tesla's stock is at its lowest forward price to earnings ratio ever. This is the lowest forward price to ratios earning they have ever had. So it's pretty huge, right? Now, what I was talking about earlier, the reason why the price has gone down, of course, the macro environment is bad, but there was also a shortfall in deliveries, and this has been impacted by basically the COVID-19 spreading in China. So I don't think this is necessarily bad. I think Tesla is going to continue to increase its productions, continue to absolutely smash their deliveries going into 2023, and they have actually increased their production by 47% in 2022 versus 2021. So this is absolutely huge, right? I think Tesla is well on its way. And like I said, I was very skeptical of the price of Tesla around a year ago, a little bit more than that. But now we are entering the realms of what I think is getting close to where it should be in this environment, in the current environment, in its current state of where it is in the market, where they have been producing all of that stuff. Of course, if we look at it just as a car manufacturer, it's still hugely, wildly overpriced. But that's not how we're looking at it. We're not looking at it like a Ford, right? We're looking at it like a tech company, an autonomous driving company. So I think this is a great place to start looking into Tesla, potentially dollar cost averaging once you have done your own research. And so with all of that information, I do not think right now is the right time to go all in on Tesla or any stock or any crypto. I think the best thing to do is slowly dollar cost average into the things that you believe in. For example, one of the companies that I believe in, one of my investments, is Tesla. And like I told you, those levels are the levels that I'll be watching, and I will be slowly dollar cost averaging over time, especially if things get worse, because I think this is an awesome opportunity for me to start a position. Remember, any money that you put into the market right now, you should expect to have some significant downturn in the next few years, because we are most likely heading into a more recessionary period. So with that said, and if you do want to stay up to date with everything that's happening with Tesla, smash up that subscribe button, and hopefully guys, you're my new subscriber, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.